have an idea. What if I share with you how to sell items on Depop? Welcome to my channel. I'm Chanel with Save Sell Chanel. If you're new to this channel is dedicated to the different ways I save and sell one day at a time. By saving, I save time, money, and the environment. And by selling, I sell on e-commerce and local apps. So let's get into it. If you watched my previous video, I explained to you the 4 different ways that I make extra money every single day. And one of the ways was selling on e-commerce or apps. And one of the apps that I started using this year was Depop. And the reason being I wanted to diversify my sales. I usually sell clothing, hard goods, and so one of the apps that I wanted to try out a little bit more is Depop. And if you're unfamiliar with Depop, Depop is more dedicated to vintage clothing, streetwear, really unique items. It started in the UK and it's slowly making its way to the United States. I personally really like the app. I haven't really put a lot of time and effort into it, but I must say that selling on that platform has been a lot easier than selling on some other platforms. What's really good about that is usually people on that platform see what they like and usually just buy it. They don't really negotiate, and sometimes if they do, it's just they'll message you, ask, can you do a certain price, and then you'll just reduce the price. What's really great about it too is that there are different tiers of flat rate shipping, and you can say whether or not the buyer is going to pay for shipping or if you're going to pay for shipping. And if you're familiar with Poshmark or Mercari, the different freight structures are like that. And if you're not familiar with Mercari or Poshmark, stay tuned. I'm going to make future videos on both of those platforms. I really want to share with you how I use each platform that I sell on, because I feel that diversification is key when you're trying to sell clothing in particular, because a lot of people who sell clothing, just clothing in general, it's really saturated, but diversifying the different platforms you sell on really helps you to sell your inventory faster. So today I wanted to share with you how to quickly post some items on Depop and what it looks like once you've sold an item and how to ship your item. So let's get into it. Before I get into using Depop, I definitely want to say that before you can sell on the app, you do need a PayPal, which is similar to how eBay used to work, where it was mandatory to have a PayPal account to get paid. Without it, you can't sell on it because you won't get paid. It's the only way to receive your money. So that's really important. If you don't have a PayPal, then this platform may not be for you. There are other platforms that you can use. You can use Poshmark and they can give you a check at the end of your sale. That is one of those other methods. Or even if you don't have a bank account, I would recommend using local apps such as selling locally on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Letgo, 5 Miles, using those apps instead if you don't have a PayPal or bank account to cash a check. Those are just some other options, and I'll show you how to use those apps in a future video. So make sure you hit subscribe so that you'll be notified to follow along with my journey on how I use all these other apps. So once you have a PayPal account, you definitely need to set up your Depop, and what happens here is that you need to go to the top right and it'll have your profile, my options, edit profile. And I have PayPal account, set your billing address, set your currency. I live in the United States. Videos, save to gallery, automatically save recorded videos to gallery. You can share your information to Facebook, Twitter to help notify other people of any of your new items, especially if you have a following. I highly recommend doing that. And push notifications. Push notifications obviously are all of the other items. Here are the different options. So once you have that set up, that's when you can go ahead and start selling on Depop. How to quickly post something on Depop. I'm just going to use the example. So when you're getting ready to list, you'll go to your main page. So this is what your page will look like, and you always start with the bottom where there's a little camera. and then you'll hit that camera. The only downfall that I have with Depop is that you can only upload up to 4, so I usually have to do collages. So in this case, I've selected the photos that I want to upload, and then at the top right, you're going to select the check mark. What's really great about Depop is that you have an option to add video. So if you wanted to do a 360-degree quick video of the actual item itself to help it sell, you can do that. That's what I really like about it. But because of my strategy, I don't do that, but it is an option for you if that is something you want to do. So it uploads your photos, and then you say test description not for sale, and then normally you put a good description, how you sell something, what the brand is, what the size is, if there are any sizes that you have if you're not already measuring it and adding it to the photos themselves, and what the quality is. Are there any tears, are there rips, or is there any damage? You want to include that in your description to make it easier for you and the buyer. Now you'll select, here are the details that come up. Details include category. What I love about Depop is they are not that detailed. They just use general categories. In this case, it's going to be men's top. So I select that and it sticks. So I don't really have a brand. These subcategories, brands, they're optional. Keep in mind the brands are probably going to be brands that are in the UK. So some of the US brands may not show up here. And if that's the case, just leave it alone, leave it blank. It hasn't prevented me from making any sales there. And then this is where you're going to put your size. In this case, I'm just going to put extra, extra large for testing purposes. Delivery method, choose a shipping option. It brings up ship with Depop or arrange my own shipping. I recommend going with Depop because it has the tracking information, it has that flat rate shipping. Or if it's a really light item, you can go to USPS, weigh it out, and it might be cheaper. And this is beneficial to you if you're the one paying for shipping. It may be cheaper for you, but for me, because I don't want anything to get messy, and I'm so used to having that shipping label already sent to me from Poshmark, I continue to use the ship with Depop method. I've used it in the past and it's worked great. It honestly hasn't really deterred people from purchasing from me because I've still had sales on items, honestly, that were priced higher on Depop than eBay and Poshmark, and they still paid for shipping as well. So at the end of the day, on Depop, it's more about the quality of the item and how unique it is versus if there's multiple quantities or if it's cute. It's a very different demographic. So if you have streetwear, something unique, I would recommend posting it on this app. So let's continue. And then you would add your address. I'm not going to show that to you. This is where you would show your address, where it's shipping from. Select a package size, and as you can see here, it says small, medium, or large, and it'll tell you examples of it. In this case, I'm going to do the 2 pounds because honestly, people have paid for that in the past, and if it does go over the 0.5, you do get your package back. So I don't want to deal with that. So I make sure I'm in the safe range so there's no problems for me or the buyer, and we're both good and they're happy at the end of the day. So it tells you choose who pays $8 for shipping. Personally, the buyer always pays for me. If they really want it, they're going to be willing to pay for it. In this case, in my previous listing, I had $25. And that's what I put. You just type it in there. And then if you want to share it on your Twitter feed, you can to help increase sales. I personally haven't set up my Twitter for my Save Sell Chanel yet, but I will in the future. And then you just hit the check mark at the top and your item, it's going to be thinking. And then when it finally posts here, and you'll notice it's listed. So now if you accidentally did a duplicate, how you delete it is you'll go here where there are the 3 dots here at the top right. You'll have the option to edit, share item, mark item is sold, delete item, save image, or save all. In this case, this is a duplicate, so I want to delete the item. It's going to say, are you sure you want to delete this item? You will lose all likes and comments, and hit OK. And then it's gone from our page. So what's really important when you're selling on Depop, what helps you a lot is also if you add some hashtags at the bottom. Does help using hashtag Depop, hashtag Depop seller, hashtag Depop closet, or Depop store. Hashtags does work too. Similar to Mercari. And you'll notice that If you go onto your feed, this is what your feed is going to look like. It's similar to Instagram. It's very social media based. And then if you want to search or explore, this is the explore page. They'll have featured sellers. And just to get an idea of what it looks like on the page, it's really recommended when you style the clothing and wear it out in the real world. It's really a lot more attractive. So once you have all of your items posted, Depop does not have a share or a button that allows you to move up in the algorithm. What you can do to move your inventory up is that what I usually do, which I've noticed when I do it, I do have more sales. Is that you'll hit your, you'll go into the item that you have, and then you'll hit your edit button. It goes back inside of the item that you already have listed. I won't make any changes in my description, but I'll go ahead and hit the check mark, and then it automatically pulls your item to the top of your page. But not only that, it moves your item back up into the search. So when you finally make a sale on Depop, you'll get a notification on your phone. When you get onto the app, you'll notice that there are going to be some notifications, and you'll see at the top that on the left is the notification, in the middle is a message. And so if you see at the top left, I sold a shirt, and so it will say sold. You want to go to the page with receipts, and then you select the item that you sold. It's going to have this screen, and it kind of has a step-by-step. If you're new to it, it'll kind of guide you to what you need to do. And what I really love about Depop is that it's just a flat rate fee. It's 10%. And it tells you right away how much you're gonna make. It's kind of like selling on Mercari or Poshmark. You know exactly how much you're gonna make after a sale, and it's not like eBay where you have to wait at the end of the month for your invoice or pay your fees. You know, a case-by-case basis. And then at the bottom, you'll see view shipping label. When you get to view shipping label, you're going to click on that, and it's going to bring up how do you want to open it. And I typically, this is going to depend on your phone. You can either print service, drive PDF. In my case, I'm going to use my PDF version. And then I'm going to, you can either go ahead and print straight from your phone if your phone is connected to your printer and you can do Wi-Fi, or you can go ahead and download this, and I'll go ahead and save it to my drive, my SaveSalesChanel@gmail.com. So now if you go into your laptop, I saved it on my email, so that's where we're gonna go, and we'll open it up. I used my Gmail, my SaveSalesChanel@gmail.com to send that label to. So you'll see here that at the right should be on your drive on your Gmail account. So you'll click on drive, and you should have your label there. You'll open up your label, and you'll print out your label like you normally do, and then you would go ahead and wrap your package. And what's great with this, it's USPS. After you're done packaging up your label, you'll notice here that it says weight 2 pounds, so you can put it in a box up to 2 pounds and the label will still work. Once you're done with that, you're going to go to USPS and you'll drop it off. Now, let's say for instance, a customer, you want to have excellent customer service, and you want to let your customer know that you're going to drop off the package tomorrow. So after you're done, I usually go and I'll go and click on messages, and then it'll bring up the screen here. And that's when you'll type your message. And of course you could do whatever you want. Some people don't do it. It's up to you. And that's what it looks like. That's pretty much it. At least the basics of Depop. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments section below, or you can email me directly at SaveSalesChanel@gmail.com. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of all of my future videos. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video.